Throughout the process of our media opening title sequence, there was a lot of pre-production that was made. We created an account on Blogger, which is a blog where you can present all of your work. The first thing we did was look at different films with different genres and watch their opening title sequences and write about them. We looked at all of the key elements within the opening title sequences that we possibly would like to incorporate into our opening title sequence. We initially had the idea of doing a thriller, so we went off on that path. We had a lesson on all of the roles on set, such as the producer, the director, and the creative team. Everyone in our group created 4 different opening title sequence ideas, which we then showed each other in class, and we all started to decide on our favourite. We then had a practical lesson on how to work a tripod and the camera and all of the camera equipment. This was a really good learning process for us because this was the first time we were using all of the equipment. We were allocated our groups, and the first thing we decided to do was share all of our ideas that we created. Our second workshop was all on editing. We went up to the editing suite and started to use Premiere Pro and learn the basics. After deciding on an idea and elaborating it, we decided to do one storyboard so we could all visualise what it would look like in our heads. We then created a costume list of what the father will wear, mother will wear, and the daughter will wear, so we could further visualise what our opening title sequence would look like in our heads. We also had the location at my friend's house, which we thought would be perfect to use. We then did research into similar products that would link to our media opening title sequence that we thought we could add to our blog. We then booked my friend's house that we wanted to use by emailing her mother, and we also emailed one of the teachers that we wanted to use to play the mother. We did our first test shoot in our school common room. However, after doing it and editing it, we decided that there were more aspects that we wanted to create, so we did our second one as well. After doing our first test shoot, we discussed with our teachers and we decided as a group that our plot for our opening title sequence was a quite risky plot to do. We therefore decided to come up with a new plan. After coming up with a new plan for the burglary idea, we decided to do a rough storyboard for our idea so we all could visualise it. We created a site script and looked at similar products to our media opening title sequence. We then decided to do a big storyboard on a whiteboard so we were able to edit and change things if necessary. We then auditioned Georgia McLennan, who is playing the role of the daughter, and we also auditioned 5 different burglars. We then came up with costume ideas and looked at images off the internet to decide what the father, mother, daughter, and burglars would wear. We then went to our teachers and showed them our idea and asked for feedback. They decided that it was important to discuss what time of day it is because normally burglary happens at night. We therefore decided that it was going to be a good idea to do a daytime burglary as we wanted to shoot during the day. We ordered our costumes for the boiler suits for all of the burglars to wear as if it was their disguise to hide the fact that they are actually burglars. We then did research into what kind of media institutions might distribute your product and why. I then decided to do a blog on who would be the audience that would view our media product. In this case, as our film is a drama thriller as well as a detective mystery, it would attract audience members that would like those type of genre. I then created a time schedule for the day of shooting. This was able to keep everything on track and on time.